All right, so this is your 1998 Civic with a K24 swap, K24 82, you said?
Yes.
And then it's got a big old turbo on it.
Yep.
And you're making about 390 to the wheels?
Yep.
And that was with a dyno tune, correct?
Yes.
So you have an actual printout? Like, my last video, I got some crap for the guy saying it was butt dyno 800 at the wheels.
Nope.
So,
I got it fully tuned and I got it all documented.
All documented. So, excuse the noise. There's no air conditioning in this car. And we have to roll with the windows down because it's a hot day here in Indiana. But this thing already, just first impressions, is everything is really, really tight. The clutch, I mean, it's not a really, really heavy clutch, but you can feel it's just really, really quick to grab, and it's a noisy, noisy clutch too. So it's like, we'll do a little third gear. We'll get on it here. It makes all the perfect noises. That turbo is just so good. I didn't even get up into VTEC, did I?
Probably not.
I probably didn't, because, I mean, I've driven a lot of different cars, a lot of high horsepower cars, and honestly, I'm going to be honest, this one I'm the most nervous about. Because you've done such a good job on this build. There's so much done right on this. I don't want to hurt anything, you know what I mean? Like, it's such a good car. And I'm a big Honda fan, so being able to do this is awesome. Okay, that just blows second. Like second gear just lights the tires.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh man.
Gotta take it easy.
Yeah.
You'll spin third too.
So I'll try to be kind of slow now. This took you 2 years, you said, to fully build?
Yes.
Because this was like a full restoration. You stripped down the paint, did a full, stripped out the interior, everything?
Yes.
Yeah, and then you...
Full color change.
Full color change. So, I mean, you did it proper. This
Yeah.
is like a legit build.
Yes.
And I think that's the funny thing about the Honda scene. From what I've seen lately, that's the way it seems to be going. There's no middle ground between like a complete crappy car that they just throw a cheap turbo kit on and just try to bang gears and rip around and try to embarrass guys with V8s.
Yeah.
And then their engine blows like 2 days later. This seems to, and then you have this, the other extreme where the car is fully built properly.
Yep.
Where you did the whole engine bay. I mean, you did everything.
Yep. In good shape and tucked.
It's so in the passenger seat. Getting into boost is awesome, and you only have a 5-speed in here too.
Yes.
Correct.
5-speed gearbox.
And that's just out of an RSX,
Yes.
just base, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Stage 3 clutch, light flywheel.
did you do anything to the engine? Is the engine built at all?
Nope. All stock.
Just a stock K24.
Stock K24. We're running 9 pounds of boost on pump gas, 93.
93 octane, 99 pounds of boost.
Yep.
How much torque did you make?
297.
297. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to repeat him because I know the mic's over here and he's going to be hard to hear. But man, this is so well done. Everything's been touched, right?
Every
I mean,
nut and bolt, try to use OEM hardware. Under the hood, it's all Downstar
okay.
hardware under there. Little beauty wash. Try to color coordinate everything, make it look nice.
And you've done that. I mean, everything looks so good. like, I'm kind of at a loss for words, because this is kind of, growing up, I was a big Honda fan, and this is kind of like my dream build. You know, the only thing I would change is it being an EG. I love the EG hatch. This is the EK.
Yep.
So, I mean, this is insane. You've done it so well. Everything's put together so well. And it's a little difficult to drive, but I think that makes it more part of the experience.
Yeah.
Like, when you go out and drive, you're going to have an experience.
Yep.
It's because every shift you have to get right, and it's not a very forgiving clutch or transmission. The shifts, I love the shifter. Everything's crisp with the shifter. That's one of the things, like, you work at Vorderman Volkswagen, and I did a review on their Golf R manual, and then the Volkswagen's manual transmissions are starting to feel better, but they've always been kind of loose.
Yep.
And then you guys had that the white one that they did a few things to, and they changed the shifter, and then it made it too stiff. It just, you can't get the balance. I think everybody wants to have that feel of a Honda shifter. Honda shifters are like the best.
K-Tune. This is a K-Tune RSX shifter, and they did a really good job.
Yeah, and I like your shift knob too. I mean, this is just, it's weird that a Honda Civic is like you're making a dream come true for me.
This is my dream car. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. You've done it so well, so proper.
Yeah,
I don't know what
to drive every time I get in it. So.
Yeah, it's like I don't even know what to say about it, because there's so much going through my head about what I know, about Hondas. It's a K24. So for people who don't know, that's a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine. Stock makes like what? About 200.
210.
Yeah, horsepower. And then now you put the turbo on it. What size turbo is it?
It's a 58 precision ball bearing turbo.
So 58 precision ball bearing turbo.
Yep.
And that manifold, is that a Sheepy built?
Yep, Sheepy built manifold. I got the hot parts kit on it. I'm running a Sheepy vertical flow front mount intercooler.
Okay. I mean,
I got the rye wire tucked intercooler, dual 8-inch fans, keeps it running super cool.
yeah, I mean, it's like this is like a magazine car, man.
Yeah.
Like, everybody, when you read through the parts list, I mean, that's it. Rye wire, Sheepy built, that turbo. It's just, you've done it all right.
Yeah.
And that's where people go wrong. They try to go cheap on these, and they end up blowing up.
Yeah, or it doesn't look good. Or
Yeah. All right, we got some open road in front of us, so we're going to try to do a little bit of a pull. I already know second gear is like just going to blow the tires off, but wow. That Mustang I drove, the supercharged Mustang, my face got really serious when I was getting on it.
Yeah.
And that probably did the same thing there, because this thing rips. it rips. Wow, indeed. So now you can see the smile. We're just sitting here letting the turbo cool down a little bit and talking about the build. And there's funny things that you don't think about, the compromises that you have to make when you do things like this cage. So if you look at the cage, I'll come back over here. If you look up there, you can't put down the visors. And then if you look at the glove box, he can't get in there. And you said your fuse box is in there? Just little compromises you don't think about having to make when you're building a car. It's funny. You talked about the wheels. I talked about those wheels, the Volks. Those are the
CE28.
The CE28Ns.
Diamond black.
Yeah, my buddy has TE37s, and he ordered them new from Volk. And it took like 6 months to get.
Oh, yeah.
And when I saw your Volks, I was like, how long do you take to get those? You're like, not long at all. I got them used. But you did it right. I mean, I don't know what to say, man. This is like huge smiles, which is...
This is awesome driving in the passenger side.
Yeah.
I've never done this. No one's ever drove my car tuning it on the dyno, I think.
Well, thanks for the opportunity to drive it. I mean, this is awesome. It's it's a dream come true to like the things I used to dream about. This is all what it was, and I get to try it without the cost. And you don't have to like rip on it to enjoy it. No. So thank you everybody for watching. This is a lot of fun. Please check out our podcast, the Carguments podcast. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Big thank you for letting me drive this. This is kind of a quick one. I feel terrible. I don't know what to say about this because I love it. You have the Recaro seats, you have a roll cage. I mean, you've done everything anybody wants to do to a proper built Civic. You've done it, and it came out awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks a ton, man.